Good day, everybody. This is Otis right here, your favorite farm manager here at the Jackson Medical Mall Foundation Farm, a urban farm here in the city, the capital city that is, of Jackson, Mississippi. Today I have a special guest with me. This is a big treat for me. I'm sure a bunch of you know her, and if you don't know her, I'm pretty sure that you will soon. She has been a mentor and a partner, and it's just great to have her here. Her name is Miss Filicia Bell. And today we're going to be talking about a Southerner's favorite dish, especially on Sundays, and that's greens, collard greens and mustard greens. We're going to be giving you some nutritional facts and some and even the proper ways of preparing these greens. And so I'm not going to hold you here because I want Miss Bell to really do her thing, and she got some good information for you. So I'm going to turn it over to Miss Bell. Miss Bell, how you doing today?
Doing great, and I appreciate you, Mr. Otis, inviting me today.
No problem. Happy to have you here. So today, of course, we got a mustard and we got a collard.
Yes.
Now, I'm more of a fan of collard greens. Mustards are okay, but collard greens and some hot sauce, I don't even need no cornbread. That's pretty much my favorite. So anyway, yeah, right. So let's just jump into it. So tell us something about these greens. You know, everybody is concerned with health. Everybody's trying to find something that they can use to fight against COVID now.
Yes.
So
yes.
Let's just talk about the nutritional benefits and all the minerals and stuff that these greens have.
Yeah. So one of the things I just wanted to share: most of us eat greens, either if it's mustard, collards, turnips, kale, spinach. We eat leafy greens, but most of us don't know why. We eat it because parents fed it to us, grandparents fed it to us, but the reason why, they knew it was healthy. That's why we were eating it.
Right.
Most of the time, if people would think back, you didn't get as sick when you was at mom's home. When you were at home, you didn't get sick during the winter. And people don't realize, like, what's going on now that I'm grown? We're not eating enough of the greens during the winter.
Exactly.
So reason why, vitamin C. And everybody knows vitamin C, we take it, but we want to take it in this form.
Right.
We don't necessarily want to take it in a pill form. You want to take it in the food form.
The more
natural way, so the body will break it down.
Exactly.
And so vitamin C is one of the reasons why we really stay healthy during the winter. The other thing is the dark green leafy vegetables is antioxidants. And that keeps up our immune system as well. So we gotta eat these type of things, but yes, most people want to eat them year round, but the best time to eat them is when they're actually growing, and that's during the cold season. Yep.
Right. So, and I might make a lot of our ancestors mad when I say this, but I personally think that we overcook our greens.
Oh, yes. I agree.
Right. So, look, I'm sorry, mama, grandmama, and everybody else putting the salt pork in them and all that. I mean, it tastes good, but that might not be the proper way. So tell us about the proper way to cook, or do we even need to cook them? Because, of course, you know, common sense just pretty much tells us that eating something raw, you getting the more, well, you getting all, is the most beneficial way to take in your nutrients. But of course, you know, we don't like it raw. We know. So tell us a healthy way to cook it, but still taste just like we dropped some pigtails or hog balls in there with them.
Yeah, so that is one of my biggest things that I say to all, and it's just not our elders. We do cook them to death, literally. Now, one of the things, and I know this may pull people back, but when we eat greens, what do we say the next day or later on that evening? Oh, I got indigestion. Oop, I got gas. Yeah. People not realizing the reason why is you have cooked it to its death. Like, it is decomposing, so that's why you have the gas. And the indigestion is like you have cooked it too far. And so, yes, most of us don't like the crunchy. That's why the elders cooked it so long, because they don't like the crunchy. But let's think that. We got to rethink that, how we want to eat our greens. But yes, we do cook them too long. So just back off of it. Because it's a leafy green, meaning it doesn't have to be cooked long. That's the thing. why they're cooking it so long because of the meat in it. So,
Okay.
not saying that you don't put meat in it. We just want you to put the meat that's conducive for our health. One, meaning chemical free. That's what's hurting us.
Right.
So the chemicals in the meat is hurting us, and that's coming out in the water,
Right.
in the green.
Right.
And so I would never
Well, the
dare
pot
say
liquor.
don't put meat in it, because we
Yeah.
can't go that far, because we know people going to do that because it is seasoning.
Right,
We use
right.
meat to season because of the salt in the
Right.
meat.
Right.
So, but we want you to use turkey. You can use lamb meat, the lamb stew meat. Go any type of use beef. We know you're gonna use pork, but we ask if you pull back a little bit on the pork.
That swine is divine.
But use another type of meat. And then that also would give that saltiness from the meat as well. But then I also push herbs.
Right.
Why can't we use herbs to be, season our food? And so that's various herbs, many type of herbs. We want to use what we're lacking in a lot of our foods is trace minerals. And that's what a lot of these have. I'm going to list them. We could use trace mineral salt versus synthetic salt.
Right, I was about to ask you, what's the difference?
Yeah, trace mineral salt. You'll see the iron in it. It has all these different colors in it. Those colors are the vitamins and minerals. So when we say vitamins, that means vital minerals. That's just, and we put it together to say vitamins.
Right.
But you're talking about what your body needs, because we can lower our health if you don't get the proper minerals. People don't ever think of that. We're talking about minute trace minerals. If you don't get that on a daily basis, your body will start failing, and people don't ever think of that. And so we have to make sure we're eating these types of foods. We don't always get the trace minerals in a canned good. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
we could use these and freeze it.
Right.
But that's the best way, freezing it, canning it. But when you start put like the canned food we buy from the grocery store have too much salt.
Whole lot of
Too much
preservatives.
salt.
Yeah.
Yes. And a lot of times you have to boil that stuff before you even can start cooking it, because you got to boil the salt out of it.
Right.
So we just want to try to do our best to eat as fresh as we can, and that includes frozen. But we want to do that. So let me name off the minerals that we're getting in each one of these.
Okay.
So in the collard greens, I said the vitamin C, which is very good. We got vitamin K. And in a 1 cup of cooked collard greens, you have 8 times the daily requirement.
Oh.
1 cup now, and
1
you know
cup,
we
yeah.
cook more than that. We cook more than that. So just think about that. If you did that on a daily basis. Vitamin A, I said the vitamin C, folate,
Right.
and then beta carotene and other carotenoids. So, and I forgot
The keratin
lutein.
oil benefits your hair, right?
And eyes, nails.
I definitely need to use it for the hair.
Yep. So, and lutein, that was the last one and that's collard green. So we're getting that from a collard green. I said 1 cup now. You getting your daily requirement of vitamin K.
Right.
Yep.
But now let me go back. So you pretty much told me I could slow my baldness if I would take in more collagen.
I don't know about that. Because now some of that it's hereditary.
It's hereditary, right? Exactly. Oh man, thought we had a cure.
But now it does help with the strength of our hair follicles.
Right.
Now that will help.
Right.
Now with mustard greens, you're getting, of course, that vitamin C. We got vitamin E that help with the nails, eyes, hair follicles, all of that. Thiamine, vitamin B6, and they always talk your B complex.
Right.
Riboflavin, niacin, and then some of the minerals that's in mustard greens is the calcium. You know what that's for, right?
Oh yeah, your bones.
There you go. And then our iron, we need that.
Gotta have
Most
iron.
people are low in iron.
Right.
Magnesium, potassium, we be
Right.
needing that. Phosphorus,
Right.
copper, zinc, selenium, and sodium.
And zinc is one of the main things they say that we needed to up to help fight COVID. So,
Exactly.
There you go.
And now, don't that sound like a periodic table?
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
I mean, that's a real live multivitamin.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
we've gotten so used to the quick tablet that we take, And it's like, if we just change the way we eat, change the way we cook, we can be a little bit more, we'll have it more in this more natural form, and you're getting that instead of, I'm taking a multivitamin, but I'm getting all the extra soy and all those other big words to make that pill that you can't even spell.
Yes.
And so, so we have to do better. Now, here's something that I found that's, I guess not shocking, but I guess I was shocked.
Okay.
So, of course, you know that we do a farmer's market here.
Yes.
You're a part of that. We have people who don't know the difference between a collard green and a mustard green.
Exactly.
So can we talk about the characteristics of it just a little bit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So now, when we start talking about the look and the characteristics of it, again, we said the darkness, antioxidant. We know that off the bat. But the sting, and I don't want to use the word pungent, but a lot of people use that word. But pungent means that it's like
Stinks.
sour. Like it's nasty,
it's
it's rotting.
It's not a bad odor, it's just strong.
Yes,
Yeah.
but most people will not eat mustard because of that.
Right.
But we were talking about now, what do people usually put in the greens?
They put the salt pork and
a
lot of salt.
But what else do the elders have always put in to curb that
vinegar?
That strength? Some vinegar, but the sugar.
Oh yeah.
They will put the sugar in it to kind of pour that taste because it's strong.
Yeah.
But
Sugar
I will
on
tell
greens,
you
that's-
all, any food that's bitter is good for your body.
Bitter herbs, that's right.
Yep.
Right.
If you eat bitter, and most people don't want to eat bitter, but it helps your body when it's bitter like that. So the highest form of bitterness in a vegetable, or most fruits, some can be bitter, but it's good for your body. So you got to think about that.
Right.
Other characteristics, the mustard usually get big, long, large, usually wider than two hands put together. Even with men's hand, they could get big. Right. We have different colors of mustard, because I like growing it's burgundy, deep red. I love cooking those.
Right.
They're beautiful in your garden, but anything with color is giving you that beta carotene, is giving you more vitamins and minerals the more color it has.
Exactly.
Collards, I always, like we were describing, to me it always seemed rounded off.
Right.
At the top, like rounded off.
Here's a collard, you can tell in the veins and the leaves. It's a tougher, it's a tougher leaf, kind of hardier leaf, almost kind of like paper-like.
Yes.
And the veins are different, and it's a darker green versus the mustard. As you can tell, that's a big difference in that texture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
You got a rougher texture on the collard, and that's the back part. You see the veins.
And in cooking.
Cooking, right?
So I'm not gonna get into we'll never tell you how to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got their way. Me personally, I put the stalk in mine. And my mom nope. So like the older people cut it off the stalk.
Right.
Cutting it down that vein, they take all that off, leave that center stalk.
Right.
So they're like, I don't want that in there. But that also have nutrients.
Exactly.
Because that's pulling up the nutrients from the soil.
That's the main vein, so to speak.
Yes, yeah. So, we don't want to tell you don't do it. You have to cook the way you like to cook, but just keep in mind we want as much nutrients as possible, and it doesn't hurt you to cook with that main vein and that main stalk. And it's I roll mine, and then cut this way. So roll it this way and cut this way. And so now you're getting slender parts of it, but it cooks well. And then we talked earlier about they're cooking it longer because the meat in there. So you got to cook the meat earlier. Put your meat in the water, cook it till it's almost done, then put the greens in. That's what we're messing up on, because we're cooking everything together.
Right.
And as we all know, meat has to be cooked longer.
Right. So we're not telling you that you can't do what grandmother did. It's just maybe just change the order that you're doing it in, right? Okay. So I just thought about this. I hear people juicing and smoothieing kale and spinach. But I never hear anybody doing collards or mustard.
You can.
Right. Okay.
You definitely can. It's the taste though.
Right.
It is the taste. Right. That's gonna throw the smoothie off because
right.
it's so strong.
Right.
But if you like it like that, you will put it in there. You can put these types of things in there. It just have to be your liking.
Right.
That's something we make it do here. Do a smoothie and taste it and see.
We'll call it a soul food smoothie.
Yes, because you definitely can put the greens.
A soul smoothie. We won't just say a soul smoothie.
But you can put these in there. I mean, it doesn't hurt,
Right.
but most people want the lighter taste, and that's going to be the kale and spinach.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it's going to benefit you, you can deal with a couple of gulps of something that is not so,
Yeah.
good, I guess.
8 ounces, 16 ounces, not going to hurt us.
16 ounces
No.
won't hurt us.
No, not
Now, I'm
at all.
saying that, but I got to do it too, right?
But no, it's better to do it. What we always say, you go pay now or pay later.
Pay now, pay later.
And my thing is, take the gulp, drink the glass, so you don't have to see doctors, you don't have to be in hospital. Do the good things now for yourself, and that's you. You decide on how you want yourself, your family. How do you want your body to be made up for the next 50, 60 years? Right. You have to make that decision. Mm-hmm. We just trying to help you understand is benefit in fresh. It's benefit in fresh. And I always said frozen because we have to put these food up. We can't always eat fresh. Right. Another thing we hadn't talked about is why the elders put food up, like canning and preserve it.
Right. Now, me personally, I feel like I'm having people that's my age and younger saying, what about canning and freezing? And it's like, I think it's becoming, they say nothing is new under the sun and everything makes a circle. Yeah. I think the circle is coming back to where people are realizing that you're going to have to learn how to survive.
Yes.
And and that's what this canning and putting up is, coming back around. As we know, during the first parts of COVID, when people were going crazy, I couldn't even find dry beans. Yeah, so it's bad when you can't find a bag of beans.
Yes.
So we're going to be doing some classes on canning too.
Yeah.
In other ways to putting food up for long term.
Yeah.
But I was also reading about and I know all of those nutrients help fight cancer, but I mean collard greens especially are really good to help fight cancer.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And cancer is something that just about every other household now is kind of dealing with, and it's sad. And you do have to realize that most of our cancer issues are coming from the food.
Yeah.
Right. It's coming from the way that people are growing. You could be eating healthy, think you're eating healthy, but you're not eating healthy. Yeah. You're spraying it with all kind of chemicals and different stuff like that. And that's one thing that we try to do here at the Jackson Medical Mall Farm is we don't really use chemicals. Everything is natural, and so we don't want to aid into any sickness, and we really want to be a health spot. Our farmers market, we really want it to be a health spot for you. And so, do you have anything else that you would like to add, or?
Let's go to health benefits. You started on that, and we can close that out. Okay. What's the health benefits of collards? We talked about vitamins and minerals, but you started with the cancer preventing properties in the collards. Right. Now we got
the nutrients, I think they call it.
Yeah, and I love that phytonutrient. Even broccoli, and that's another thing that collards is in the cabbage family, so you don't have all of that. But yeah, the phytonutrients.
Now, how do you say that proper term for those type
the brassicas?
The
cruciferous.
Cruciferous, yeah. That's stuff like cabbage, broccoli, anything that kind of puts a head on.
Yeah, you definitely have to think about that word. It's a tongue twister. It definitely is. Right. Another thing is it improves heart health.
Heart health.
This is collards. Lower risk of chronic disease like our diabetes, lower your risk for stroke, obesity, and some gastrointestinal issues. And see, we have a lot of that now.
And that's something that's on the rise. I'm saying people have those gut health issues.
It is, and the reason why it lowers it is fiber. We're not eating enough fiber. This is fiber. See, most people think, I got to take Metamucil and I got to take all it. Like, no. This is natural fibers. Let's do that and stuff. So that's the reason why it can help. Promotes eye health, and we talked about the beta carotenes and vitamin E and stuff, and repair cell damage. Now, free radicals is bad for your body. Free radicals. It's all over. everybody gets inundated with it because of cell phones, cell towers, all the electronics
Really?
that most people love.
Has free
We
radicals.
get inundated with that from that. It's everywhere.
Man.
So free radicals are everywhere. And so even the collard greens, along with the lutein, remember I said
Right.
that, it contains those other antioxidants that help protect the body from the oxidative stress. So free radicals create oxidative stress in our body, and which is basically breaking down the body. That's what oxidative stress is. Because we know stress kills. We hear that all the time.
yes.
It really does. It really
wow.
does. And inflammation.
Inflammation. Right.
So that you're getting that from the stress of just living every day. Yes, just so that you're going to have that. But we got to think about what can we do to ward against, because we unless you live in a bubble, you're going to be around free radicals. So you got to learn what to eat to ward your body against it and stuff. So last thing, we're going to move to the mustards, health benefit. So again, it improves heart health, and that's that intake of the leafy greens, the very dark greens and stuff. And it reduced cardiovascular disease by 15.8%.
Wow.
Just eating these leafy greens and stuff. And now we got to replace it with our starchy and our empty calories. Now, what do you think I mean by empty calories? What do we eat that's empty calories?
All your bad stuff has.
Yep. The junk food.
Yeah, junk food is empty calories.
Empty calories.
They call it empty calories because
it's a waste. It's
just a
waste of
waste.
time and energy.
Yeah, it's a waste of time and
like
energy.
I don't eat. I've never.
so pretty much you shouldn't eat nothing that's not benefiting you.
You said it.
So
Because I've never
Little Debbie
understood
Christmas
that.
cakes, we gotta cut them out. Easier to say than done, right?
It is. But I never understood why we use so much energy on that when we could switch it and do things that here. Because we spend a lot of time eating empty calories, a lot. And so we gotta, switch gears, replace those empty calories with these type of vegetables and more, because it's a lot of vegetables, and we be getting to it over the seasons and stuff.
Right.
But we need to replace it. Now we, again, on the mustard greens, and it promotes bone health. We talked about that with the calcium and the vitamin K. So it's a fat-soluble micronutrient that boosts the bone health. So we definitely want that. And vitamin K deficiency, that put us at a greater risk for osteoporosis, which most people have.
Oh.
But why do you think? See, they eating empty calories versus this. When you eat empty calories, it's giving you no nutrient whatsoever. That's why I'm like, why do we do that? I said, because we want nutrients. You will not stay upright if you don't have nutrients. And so we, like you said, we have to eat to heal and rebuild our muscles and joints and stuff from that cell damage. We got to always cell repair. And when we eat empty calories, junk food, stuff like that, it's not benefiting us. And then we start having deficiencies. And that's when we had osteoporosis. Our elders start leaning forward.
Arthritis and all that good stuff. Wow.
All of that is pulling, because sugar, what most people don't know, synthetic sugar. We have natural sugars. That's like our cane sugar, our honey, different things like that. But the synthetic sugars pulls calcium out the bones. That's why we have the issues we have with our bones. And so it's, I know.
I never knew that. I never knew that.
Most people don't. And then we talked about the immune system. So just one serving of mustard green provides 15% of your daily recommended intake of the vitamin A. So of course it promotes good vision, your healthy skin and stuff, and it's important for your immune system function. So they call it anti-inflammation vitamin. That's the vitamin A. And most of us have inflammation. See, a lot of people have inflammation. So, and then the last is the cell damage. That's on both. It's going to always protect cell damage and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess it's about time for us to wrap this one up.
Yes.
I know we have about a dozen more that we want to do. I know me and you, we talk all day.
Yes.
And so I want you guys to stay tuned to all the activities that we have here at the Jackson Medical Mall Foundation Farm. And remember to buy local and buy fresh. Support your local farmers. My name is Otis Wright.
Filicia Bell.
This is Filicia Bell, and we'll be seeing you.